Bow. Bow.
It's for all the sexy music out here. I like ratchet music. See, if it was like sunny outside, I could definitely grab a chair and hit somebody to this song.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is like really hit somebody music. Like,
get sexy, get it sexy, get it
didn't you do like the
sexy.
Soulja Boy dance to this?
Thank you.
Ooh.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know the dance yet.
I'm his favorite. Oh,
I don't feel like.
that hook is crazy.
Is it?
I'm his favorite. Oh.
You know what?
Fire.
See, that's what I like about hood women. Let me rephrase that. This is what I like
this ass super fat.
This is what I like about people from the hood. They got dumbass logic. Like, I'm his favorite hoe. Like, why are you calling yourself that? Like, but she means that. Like, she's not saying that for lyrics. It's not a euphemism or anything. She dead means that.
You know what it is too about Sexy Red? Like, I believe her.
Yeah,
like a lot of these ratchet like artists, I don't believe them. Like okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe what they're saying half the time.
No.
But like her, I believe everything she's saying.
Yeah, most of the time that shit is cap, but with her, it's like, no, I meant that. Like if she said I robbed a nigga, it's like them drill rappers when they talk about like how many niggas they killed. I believe that.
That's about with thottiness though.
Yeah.
Or just ratchetness in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, shout out to Sexy Red, man. Potential song of the summer.
She got me singing, "And my ass fat though, I'm his favorite." Oh, you got me singing that?
I mean, what's wrong with that? Niggas can't sing that song?
You can, but if they're singing it, that means it's got to be hard. You know what I mean? You're not singing that if it's like just a toss away line. It's got to be a banger. You feel me?
Yeah, because like Cardi B got some lyrics where I'm not singing that shit.
Yeah.
Like, what was that WAP one? You can't. I'm not rapping.
Nah, you can never rap that, no matter how hard.
Yeah, it wasn't.
You gotta hum. You gotta.
Yeah.
You ever been in the club? Yeah, you ever heard WAP out in like a public outing? I've been to a club and WAP has been playing, and you gotta look. All the dudes start looking at each other like, who's gonna say the words? Like it's just one of them.
Better not say it.
Yeah.
You better not say it. Now,
You better just bob your head the most.
But what if you're the one guy that says it? Then what happens? Do you like? Are you gay?
You get the crazy side eye from everybody. Like,
yeah.
Everyone just assumes you're gay. Yeah.
I think at that point, because you're like, I don't know all the lyrics anymore because it's been a while. But she said something about
suck it deep, suck it hard.
Yeah, something
extra
like that.
hard and extra. I don't even know. Let me say the next case.
Something like that. Yeah, you can't say that. Touch the dangly thing in the back of my throat.
Yeah. I want you to park that big Mack truck.
Yeah. You know what that kind of makes me think of?
That's kind of hard.
You know how like there's mad songs with the word nigga in it and white people can't say it? That's how I feel with Cardi B's song. Now I know how white people feel. I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no, I'm uncomfortable now. Like, cause now I can't rap it because of what it's going to portray me as. So like when white people can't rap the word nigga, it's like, oh, you're a racist. I feel like I'm gay.
Not being able to rap I feel like you should be able to sing along songs. No. It's a curse. No. So what's like, really? No. Where are we? What are we doing? Like, it's a song. You're singing along to the song.
You can also just not say it.
Okay.
Like, it's not that hard for you to not say it.
I feel like it's literally just repeating a song.
Yeah. I have the same thing with a book.
Yeah.
You can also not say it in the book.
You should have said, Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
If you're reading it, you should say the word.
I never really liked that. Because the teacher would be like, such and such. Nigga!
Yeah, we used to play popcorn reading, like, popcorn. You gotta do like right before the N-word, you gotta say the popcorn to the only black person in the classroom.
Yeah, like,
popcorn, Davon.
Come on, man.
You gotta popcorn it back right after the one word.
Yeah. Like, and he went down to the field because he was a popcorn, Davon, nigga, popcorn, Josh. And he really had a great time today. I was like, wait, can I read more? No. Your part's not up for another 72 pages.
That's crazy.
That's fucked up, man. School was horrible. Yeah, I never really enjoyed like those words, man. I never really liked it. But all right, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Completely Irresponsible. Sorry for last week, man. Someone had an injury.
Someone broke their neck.
Yeah, essentially. None of us. We didn't break our fucking necks. We're responsible adults.
Just speak for yourself.
You're not okay. All right. Anyway, how was your before we really honestly though, this episode's gonna take a dark turn, so get your laughs out fucking now. Like,
is it? Oh yeah.
Yeah, but how was your week?
Awful. I got pink eye. I was dealing with pink eye.
Seriously?
Yeah, my eyes are still kind of red. I'm clear though. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to say like,
my eyes are fucked up.
You don't communicate that. Like,
yeah, but no, I've been cool.
How'd you get pink eye?
I don't know. I just woke up with it.
I know how you got it.
What?
You know, dirty fuck.
Nah, I
wipe
wish.
your asshole with your finger and go to sleep.
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
Maybe.
All right, let's call a spade a spade. I listen.
Not happening?
No. But I'm saying like that could happen. Like I scratched my asshole at night before and went back to sleep. Like, hey, listen, I know we gotta act like the cleanliest niggas out there, but hey, some shit be happening.
You be sleepy and you got an itch.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what happened, but
and sometimes scratching your butthole just feel good.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever moan?
Huh?
What?
Oh, if I ever moan? No, that's really crazy. No, that's nasty as fuck. Moaning, like when you scratch your butthole, is nasty. I gotta get that itch. Scratch feels good, but that's too good.
Yeah.
Yeah. These niggas.
How's your week? Oh yeah, I went to fucking get food, and this dude dubbed me. I got stood up. It was me and Oscar.
Yeah, I realized some niggas is out my league, man.
What are you talking about?
These niggas is big spenders. Big spenders.
All right, we were supposed to all go out to dinner. We didn't pick a place yet. We put two options out there. I was like, oh, you guys want to try this dope omakase restaurant? It's kind of bougie. Yeah. But I also gave an option for $12 unlimited tacos.
And somehow these bitch ass niggas chose the omakase.
We left it open and he was like, I think I'm going to stay home.
I took a nap. And by the time I woke up, Oscar said he was down for Kawasaki. So I was like, all right, fuck it. Like, these niggas priced me out. I'm going back to bed. Like, once y'all priced me out, I was like, all right.
We thought you had plans or something. I'm like, oh, he's doing something.
No.
That's crazy.
No.
We just want to see you.
I would have loved to see y'all too, but y'all priced me out.
We could have done something cheaper. Just say, like, nah, I ain't spending that.
I was like, nah. Sometimes I don't always want to be the villain.
That's not a villain.
Sometimes it is.
I literally wrote in the chat. I just want to see my bros.
Oh, well, it was Ramadan anyway, so
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to see niggas during Ramadan. It's haram, nigga.
What are you gonna do for me for Ramadan?
Nothing. You don't celebrate it. You fed your mother pork.
That's crazy. Nah, you're right. I had a ham sandwich today.
Wait, oh shit! I ain't gonna lie, like, I will give you shit for it if you, like, really practiced it. You were a practicing Muslim, but you're not, right?
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I would give you more shit if you were a practicing Muslim.
Yeah,
have you ever thought about doing Ramadan?
I've done it a million times, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did it my whole life, yeah.
I don't know that, nigga. I don't know you like that.
I'm telling you. I did it the whole life.
Since I've known you for almost 10 years, I've never once heard you be like, yo, Ramadan's today.
I've never done it since I've known you.
Yeah.
I'll do a day here or there, like, with family, because if I'm, like, the funny thing about being Muslim, like, my family don't know I'm not practicing, so, like, I'm going to family.
You want to listen to this?
Yeah, fuck it. If they
want me to bleep it out?
Nah, I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
So, but anyway, I mean, my siblings should know, but anyway.
Yeah.
If I'm going to, like, family during Ramadan and I'm full, like, I'm not, oh, you barely touched your food. Everyone's fucking starving. Like, you kind of act the part. Like, all right, I'll fast for the day. I'm going to family for dinner. All right, let me fast today.
Like, they just eat in a way and you're just like, oh man, this is so good. Like, I can't even eat any of it. Like,
you're
so
not
many options.
You're not thirsty. Like, you didn't drink all day.
Like nah. You gotta just lie and be like, yo, I'm so dedicated to this. I'm gonna fast a little bit more.
Some people do that. It's kind of annoying.
You get that off?
Nah, that's crazy.
How was celebrating Ramadan when you used to? I promise you, we're gonna get into this shit, guys.
It used to be like it's rough for a few days, then you get used to it. But imagine not drinking or eating. Try it. Fucking, you can do it tomorrow. Not drink or eat until 7 p.m.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I eat breakfast at 6 o'clock. I'm getting hungry at 10.
What they do is you can't eat during sunrise. Once the sunrise.
Yeah.
Sunrise now is like 6 a.m. now. It's like
7.
It's like 6, 7, right?
7.
Sunset. I mean, sunrise in the morning.
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
7? Oh damn, I didn't know it was that early. But yeah,
like
as long as you wake up before that, and just some people they set their alarms, go crazy, drink crazy, and then go right back to bed, and then go to work.
It's interesting. That must be tough. Like, I mean, like if you're Kyrie.
This year was a bitch, especially because Ramadan came the day after daylight savings. So instead of 6 p.m. it's 7. So that 1 hour the day before.
Okay.
It changes every year, Ramadan. So it's just funny. It goes back 20 days every year.
Okay, I didn't know that.
It's just funny.
Interesting.
It's landed this year the day before daylight savings.
Oh, fuck my day up.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Yeah, I don't practice though, so.
Yeah, maybe I'll do it. Someone got to be Muslim here.
Try it. Damn.
So.
It's easy with water. Water only is light, but food without water is.
Well, if that's the case, I've been doing Ramadan for months now. I don't fuck with
7 p.m. is crazy. Yeah,
just not drinking
without
water.
Water is just a motherfucker.
Yo, there's some women out there that have been celebrating Ramadan and have never stopped because like they don't drink water.
That's crazy.
There's one girl I used to date like a year ago. She just does not drink water.
That's disgusting.
pH balance is on crazy.
I really can't do. I realize this is like a big ick of mine. I can't do unhealthy women at all.
Yeah.
Like,
It's because it's like we're getting older now. It's like,
it's like, nah, that's crazy.
Because you start thinking, it sounds fucked up, but you start thinking about it like, yo, am I going to have to take care of you?
Yeah.
More than what I'm going to have
I never
to
think
do?
of that. I just think it's unattractive. Like, usually it's conducive of, like, you got other problems going on if you're not taking care of yourself. If you're especially at our age, like, you're not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like, if you're, like, in college, I get it. But once you get the fuck out of college, you gotta,
not even a multivitamin?
I even judge people that, like, you don't go to the gym at all or get any physical activity. You don't play a sport. You don't do anything for, like...
Go for a walk.
Do anything? Yeah, like, that's crazy. Yeah.
And people just...
Like,
live their life like that. Not a single ounce of water, no fruit, no vegetables, just Diet Coke.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway.
All right, guys. Sorry for the ranting, but that's what we like to do. A lot of things happened this week, and it's really hard to like kind of open up this dialogue. But there's been a lot of talks about Nickelodeon and all the shows from like the 90s and the early 2000s. For anybody that doesn't know, Dan Schnieder, I forgot his specific title, but he basically ran a lot of the shows at Nickelodeon.
I mixed them up. I used to think Dan Schnieder was the other Schneider that be in Rob Schneider. I was mixed them up. He's in the Adam Sandler movies. He's that dude that's in like every Adam Sandler movie, a cameo.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, vaguely.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I thought that was the same person the whole time. I looked him up and like, oh, that does not look like the same person.
Yeah, he should change his last name because he's fucked. But yeah, Dan Schnieder has he was arrested for essentially being a fucking pedophile. Well, not essentially.
He got arrested for it?
Yeah, he got arrested like a long time ago, if memory serves me correct. If I'm wrong, my bad. But yeah, thank you. Look that up.
Yep.
But yeah, so like there's this documentary on HBO, and it basically just goes over like this entire period with all these different actors. You have like Drake Bell, I think, what's her name? Amanda Bynes, and a couple other people from different shows, and like all the little sexual innuendos that have happened on that show. It's actually, quite frankly, really interesting to watch. If anybody has like the time to check it out, go check it out. It's on HBO.
I just remember this. He used to post the feet of girls on Twitter, of all the young actresses that worked for him on Twitter. I remember that.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he had a thing where he used to tweet out the feet of the children actresses on the show.
Shit.
I'm reading his allegations now.
Yeah.
That's not. I remember seeing that and him that being a thread like in 2018.
Oh yeah.
This was the old thing. That was the reason why he got fired from Nickelodeon. There's like a lot of allegations and
but he didn't get arrested, did he?
I didn't see it. I'm still reading it, but I don't think he got arrested yet.
Okay. So the show on HBO is called Quiet on Set, right? It starts off kind of just setting scene, and I'm not gonna give a full breakdown of each episode. It's 4 episodes. I encourage everybody to watch it. It's fuck, especially if you grew up during that era of the early Nickelodeon shows like Drake and Josh and stuff like that. I definitely encourage y'all to watch it. But I took like some notes on things that just like fucking stood out to me, like of how crazy, weird, pedophilic this man Dan Schnieder is, right? So like the first 2 episodes kind of get into him talking about all these different things he's done, like showing porn to writers, like he had this weird sexual reference with Ariana Grande. So she had like a potato in her hand. Obviously, like she's touching it with 2 hands. And one could infer that it is referencing a penis. And then she's laying on the bed, and then there's like water pouring in her mouth. She's like, oh my God, I need more water. And then it's like just pouring all over her face and her mouth. So like little sexual references like that. There was a black boy on the show. They had him play like a superhero, and then if you look at the costume, it referenced like dick and balls, like the shoulder pads looked like legitimately like a fucking penis, bro.
The fuck?
It's fucking crazy. Like he talks about that and the trauma he dealt with that, on top of like the trauma of being one of the only 2 black people on the show and what they had to deal with, like how Dan Schnieder would just pay attention more to the white people versus him. His mom, shout out to her because she was not playing with none of that shit. But
there's no allegations of him like having sex with like any of these. No, it's mostly just him being very asking for massages.
Yeah,
sexual things.
That was another thing, bro. So the massage thing,
and he even admitted it. He admitted the massage thing. He said he regrets it. And he was wrong for it. He apologized. He put out a video recently. He put out a video just now, like this week. Him apologizing.
You guys do damage control. Yeah, he was talking about the massage thing in the documentary. He was saying how Amanda Bynes, she comes in, he like wants massages with her, and then he's sitting in the fucking hot tub with her. This nigga's fully clothed, which I mean, I guess that's good. But he's fully clothed in the hot tub with her. So it's just like weird things like that. Like, fuck. I think at one point in time, he asked, I forgot who he was, but he had asked someone to pretend to be sodomized, like act out being sodomized.
Really?
Yeah. I was listening during work, so I missed the name. I was trying to like work and listen at the same time. But it's just a lot of shit. Like even like how he treated his workers. Like one of the editors just was being worked to like the fucking death, man, working from 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. every day, no breaks. And like she'd be like, okay, like can I get some water? And he'd be like, yeah, just one second. Like hold on, like, let's just get this part done. But the break would never come. And she was like, yo, it was to the point where like I fucking kneeled over and they had to call the hospital, and then everybody was just concerned about like how we're gonna edit the show.
What the fuck?
Like, yo, this woman is just going to the hospital because you overworked her, and that's your concern. I thought that was kind of crazy, but pretty normal. I don't know if I ever told this story. I was working at Toys R Us, and like I went to the hospital like after work. I don't know what happened. I just got super fucking sick, but I was to the point where like, they couldn't tell what was wrong, and it made me stay overnight. And I called in the morning. I'm like, hey, yeah, I can't come to the office. I've been in the hospital overnight. They will not release me. This bitch ass nigga responds, all right, yo, we need you at work though. I was like, I'm in the hospital. They won't release me. He's like, okay, but you have a shift at, I think it was like 2:00 or something like that. He's like, you have a shift at 2. I need you to be there. Mind you, I'm like 17. Like, I'm like, yo, I don't think you're hearing me. Like, I'm in the hospital. This nigga sucks his teeth and hangs up. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and they tried to put me as a, like, I don't know how retail is now, but back then it was super strict. If you didn't show up unannounced, you were getting fired. You were fired.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I technically didn't. Well, I did show up unannounced. I did say something. I technically showed up unannounced because he was being a shithead. And they tried to fire me for that. But I was really cool with like the person that ran that branch.
And there's like HR.
Yeah. And he was like, what? Like, you were in the hospital? I was like, yeah, here. And he's like, what the fuck? And then he's like, nah, you're good. And like, but yeah, it's kind of interesting how like people just work somebody. That just made me think about how people
like working at like Toys R Us is one thing because like your manager is probably like some 20-year-old dumb 30-year-old still you're a manager at Toys R Us. You know, you're not you know, but on a TV show set, that's like, especially with children are all involved, you'd think there's like higher guidelines and you know.
That's the interesting thing, and I'm glad you said that, because like they brought that up. It was like, yo, you would think a show with fucking kids, you would have higher practices on how to handle these kids. Like,
and there usually is. Like, I remember even with like Full House and shit, the kid, there's like, you couldn't have like the twins on for like more than a certain amount of time. That's the reason why they hide the twins, because they'd swap them in, whatever.
Yeah, but things just fell through. I think you're right, but I think also what happened, what they talked about was it starts with the person leading everything, which was Dan Schnieder. So it's like, if the person running everything is like, I don't give a fuck, do this anyway. Like the kids were working overtime, they weren't supposed to do that.
I heard it's on the parent. I heard like a lot of like child actors, their parents just be in it for the money, and like they really just be selling them out too.
Yeah,
like, I heard a lot about that. Like child actors' parents just don't be giving a fuck. Just like, yeah, go get the bag, whatever, do this.
Yeah, I think some of them do. Yeah, like because it's money you've never seen before, and some of these kids.
I forgot who, but one of these either Disney or Nickelodeon stars was talking about how their parents. Oh yeah, what's her name? The girl from iCarly.
Jeanette McCurdy.
Yeah, McCurdy. She was talking about how her mom stole all her money and she's being abusive. Yeah. Like a lot of these child acting parents be wilding.
Yeah, it's just
like
fucked
abusive
up.
Parents
and I think it's weird because the kids end up taking on that responsibility, because like one of the kids were talking about like how he was so scared to say anything of like the things he dealt with there, because he was like, yo, like this money is gonna get my family out the hood. Yeah. Just like, so like, what the fuck do I do? Like, first of all, a fact that a 13, 14, 15-year-old has to carry that burden is crazy. But now you're in this weird predicament where you don't really fully understand the concept of life.
And then they weren't even getting paid like that, I don't think.
I have no idea. Enough for him to get his family out the hood, I guess. Like,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that was pretty vague. He didn't give a number, so.
If you're like Ariana Grande, then maybe, but.
Yeah, I mean, he was on the show for a while. One of two black people, so I know he's probably getting paid less than the white people, but enough to like live a better life. But yeah, no, like, I mean, I'm not going to go through all this stuff, but I think I'm sorry. I do got to go through one more thing. The craziest thing, like before I got to the whole Drake Bell situation, I had to like literally stop. I was like, what the fuck? So there's this character called Pickle Boy, right? Mm-hmm. He always has a bunch of these pickles and he's giving away pickles, whatever. And I forgot the actor's name at this point, but he was like, yo, like I need a pickle. Can you give me a pickle? And the guy gives him a pickle and he puts it through a hole. I mean, now if you could put two and two together, it's a fucking glory hole, and he's excited to have the pickle. Like,
that's crazy.
It's like, how do you get these jokes off?
That's nuts.
In this manner, and nobody stops?
Yeah, how's no one notice that? Or like,
no, they fucking notice. Like,
don't say anything.
Scared. You're scared. Think about it. If we're not in a time period we are now, where I feel like workers are trying to really.
Yeah, but how are they airing that on Nickelodeon though?
Oh, that's a great question.
Like, there's no editors that are like, no, you're not gonna put a fucking glory hole.
What are you talking about, editors? Like, FCC?
I don't know. Like, there's no. I mean, like people at Nickelodeon, like, oh no, okay, probably, this on the air. Like,
yeah, no, they probably said something, and he was like, do you want to work here ever again?
I guess he's higher up, I guess. I don't know.
You know that bullshit you see in movies, like, oh, you'll never work in Hollywood again. Like, yeah, it's probably some shit like that, where he's like, bro, like, I have connections everywhere.
There's like no one above him that can say no, I guess. I don't know.
You gotta go above him.
I guess he's the highest, I guess. Right?
No, there's higher people, but you have to go above him for them to be aware of it. So, and also you gotta hope to God they're not sick niggas too.
Yeah, that's true.
They could have been the sickest niggas, and Dan Schnider.
Well, they just don't give a fuck. Because like, oh, he's made so many hit shows. He's made us all this money. And then like, who the fuck are you? You know?
Yeah, niggas don't care. They said apparently, and I haven't looked into this yet, but apparently he just got hired to work at Disney.
No way.
Apparently, I didn't look into it yet. So I heard it on my way home, and I was like, I'll check this later.
We're too woke nowadays to allow something like that to happen.
Yeah, that would be a shock, especially with Disney, like how protective they are of their brand.
Yeah.
But if it's true, then that's crazy. That shows you how much niggas really don't care.
There's no way.
I think while everybody knows about the Dan Schnider stuff, I think what really grabbed everybody's attention, what people didn't know, because think about it, we were fucking kids at this time, was Drake Bell. Mm-hmm. So Drake Bell,
gotta be careful what you said that.
Huh?
Never mind.
Oh, I get what you're saying. My bad. Yeah.
I was trying to look past it. I was like, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, so like Drake Bell, as anybody knows, like is a musician and a child actor. And they go through like how he got into the business and him and his dad.
Fucking Josh.
Yeah. It started before that though. He was doing like a lot of commercials because him and his dad would hang out a lot after his dad got divorced. Mm-hmm. And they kind of, I don't want to say stumbled into the acting thing, but they just liked the idea of it and was like sort of like a hobby for them, like a bonding moment for them. So, and then eventually ended up getting into acting like fully. And I forgot what he was doing before. I think it's a show called, is it All That or not All That? All That, no. Ah, man. I don't remember the name of the show, but it's like a classic show. I'm just forgetting. But he started on Nickelodeon in that show. It's kind of like...
So slime shows? Or
Nah, like one of the slacker dudes is like, dude, like, I didn't know. Like, you kind of pretend to be high. Like, he started like that. And then Drake and Josh was going to start up soon. And that's how he kind of met Brian Peck, Josh's brother. So Brian Peck is the vocal coach for Drake. And he was just like an overall weird dude. Like he would always try to hang out with him. Like his father had caught him like kind of touching him at one point. So his father wanted him far away from him as possible, and he did everything he could. Damn. But with a sick nigga like Brian Peck, he was like, nah, like this is now a game of chess. I'm going to do everything I can to get you far away from your son. Mm-hmm. So he started like kind of like poisoning Drake's mind, because you're going to work, you're with this person more. When you go to work, you're with people, your coworkers more than you're with your family or your friends. So, and as a young impressionable teen, you're gonna believe the person you're the closest to. So he started telling him like, hey, yo, like your dad is stealing money. He's doing all these things and not really caring about your career. Just really trying to push him further away from his father as possible. He even went to the length of like talking to the mom, so the mom could like not really get custody because I guess Drake was at that time old enough to make his own decision, not in terms of like legally, but like
just to put him in that mind state of separating.
Yeah. So, I guess the mom ended up believing it as well, and then one day, like the mom and Drake called the father, and he was like, "Yeah, like I don't want you to be my manager anymore, and I'm gonna stay with my mom." So he was like, all right, like I understand. Yeah. And then he told the mother, he was like, yo, do not leave our son anywhere near this man by himself. Do not ever leave him by himself. He's weird. He's doing weird shit. Da 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 da. Right? Mom completely ignores that shit.
Damn.
So now Brian is like always with him. He's going to like Disneyland with him. He would have like I forgot what it was called, but he would have like to go to work the next day in X place, but his house was like 6 miles away. So Brian would be like, oh, just spend the night at my house. Because it doesn't make sense for me to drive you all the way over there. Because by the time we get there, it'll be 12 o'clock. Mind you, he's a fucking kid, so he's not thinking that deep into it. He's like, okay. Yeah. So yeah, it would just like be like that. He would just spend the night like days on end. And it's kind of crazy how his mom never questioned that shit. Like never was like, yo, where the fuck are you?
That's
like,
insane.
Get the fuck home.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of these parents are just fucking crazy negligent.
Yeah, negligent as fuck. So it goes even further. At one point, Drake was like, yeah, I'm sleeping on the couch, because he always slept on the couch. Like, I'm sleeping on the couch, and one day I woke up, and then he just sexually assaulted me. And then the producer was like, I mean, like, what did he do? Mm-hmm. And he was like, listen, think of the worst thing an adult can do to a child in terms of sexual assault. And he did that. Yikes. Right? Later on, they show the court documents, because, actually, I'll get to that. I'm sorry. Things keep going. I think one of the most important people in Drake's life was his ex-girlfriend's mother. So he had this girlfriend, and he kind of felt like that home was like a safe haven. So he would stay there a lot. And fucking, I was about to say Dan Schneider, my bad. Brian Peck was blowing this nigga's line, like calling him. And he was ignoring the call because obviously he's fucking like terrified. He's scared of this nigga. You don't want to be nowhere near him. So he actually picked up the phone. He's like, yeah, like, you know, he's like, yo, we were supposed to hang out today, man. Like, what happened? And he was like, yeah, my bad. I messed up conflicting schedules. Like, I double booked myself. I'm just going to stay here and chill, and banged it on him. So he kept calling him. And he called the girlfriend's home. Mm-hmm. And he kept doing that. And the mom got tight at one point and answered the phone and said, here. And then she was watching him talk on the phone. She was like, what the fuck? Like, this is weird. Yeah. So she's like, yo, come me in the back of the kitchen real quick. Close the door. And she's like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, no, yeah, you know, he's a little weird. But he's like, no. A 49-year-old man, or however he was, a 40-something-year-old man does not call a child like that. Like, that's weird as fuck. Like, yeah. That's just not normal. So then...
she kind of exposed it?
No, she didn't. She took him to therapy. So she was like, no, I'm going to intervene. I'm taking you to therapy. He told the therapist. I don't think she really fully knew, unless I missed that part. But the therapist knew, because nothing happened till one day his actual mother called him, and he just flipped the fuck out. Like, I think he just had enough and told her everything. Damn. And then she called the cops immediately. Thank God. She called the cops.
It took her that long to notice anything, yeah.
Yeah, which is insane. But yeah, called the cops, investigation, and then he had to call Brian to get him to incriminate himself, like basically convince him, and then all that happened. Brian got arrested and went to jail. I don't know for how long, but the court documents, because like I hate to do speculation and stuff like that, especially with stuff like this, because you just don't want to believe it's obviously true, but you don't want to believe to the degree. Like, you know how you said, like, think about the worst thing imaginable. I'm like, well, the worst thing imaginable, really hope it's not that.
It's that.
Oh, Jesus fucking, yeah, it's that.
Yeah.
Like, the document said he got sodomized, had to give oral, he was penetrated, and then Brian Peck used toys on him as well. And those are the only ones they showed. So there's probably more in that court document, but bro, like and he's been doing this for a while. Like, it's not like it was like a one-off thing. Even Drake said, he was like, I think he said, yeah, if it was a one-off thing, I probably would have like gotten over it. Like, where he said like it was an accident or whatever. Like, you try to rationalize whatever stupid way you can. He's like, it happened so many times, you can't. Like, he's like, I really feel bad for him. He's
How old was he?
He was a teenager.
Nice.
So maybe a preteen. I mean, I don't know. Kids look different now, but he looked like a child. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
You know, so he's like, yo, like, it sucks. He's like, I felt so bad. He's like, yo, I only remember that stuff. He's like, there's so many good things that happened in my career, like with Josh and like the show. He's like, I remember.
That's Josh's brother?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn, he must be a lot older than him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Yeah, significantly.
I've heard Josh on podcast that he looks like he had a fucked up life too. A lot of his
probably fucking.
Yeah, he's told the story about losing his virginity, Josh. Mm-hmm. His story was like an older woman. Yeah. That was like in her 30s or 40s. Like, he was like a kid and, you know, they hooked up.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. You got a fucked up family. Your brother's a pedophile. You basically got molested by a grown woman. Yeah. That's a fucked up family, so I'm not surprised. He looks like he's on like.
I'm sure Hollywood's probably full of fucking child abuse, so it's fucking.
Oh yeah, definitely. Nuts. But just to wrap that up, like Drake, and I haven't watched episode 4 yet, but he talks about how he's like on like a lot of like he's substance abusing, alcohol abusing.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard he was on a lot of drugs and shit.
But it's like, the fuck do you do? Like, how do you wake up every day and be like, I'm just gonna act like nothing happened or move on with life? That's like. Bro, something happened to you that should never happen. Like, I don't know, man. So it really sucked to see because like growing up, I thought he was so fucking cool. Like, obviously, like they made him look like a chick magnet on the show.
He was like the cool guy, and Josh was like the loser fat brother, annoying.
So guitarist, like Rock was like big when we were kids. So to hear that, I'm not saying I looked up to the nigga, but like to hear someone that you thought was really cool as a kid go through that shit.
Yeah, that's fucking
it's like your child.
That was really like our childhood too. That was like our show.
He's your childhood now fucked up. I mean, I can't really say more fucked up than his, but it's still fucked up. That shit really sucks. I don't know, but it was an interesting thing. I was on my way here thinking, remember cartoons like Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
sexual innuendo and shit. Yeah.
I wonder, because they put out a diagram of cartoons by the years. And if you look at cartoons now, at least specifically on Cartoon Network, there's only like 4 shows. And I started wondering, I'm like, yo, what if they went through like these shows like Nickelodeon with a fine-tooth comb and was like, nah, get all these shits the fuck out of here. Like, I realized, I'm like, yo, they don't really have cartoons like that anymore, but it's probably because you niggas are so weird and pedophilic, they can't. Like, they're just like, yo,
so?
I don't know.
I feel like there's still a lot of cartoons. I just don't. It's like I'm just not watching. It can't be more than just 4, is there?
They rerun a lot of shit. Like Nickelodeon still has SpongeBob.
That's crazy.
Like Cartoon Network now shows like one show all day, like during the day, but they have like 4 or 5 shows now, like new gen shows. And any show that is good, they cancel.
They show old gen shows usually. No.
Maybe catch at a certain time of the day.
They're still playing. Like, they're still playing Powerpuff Girls once in a while. No,
the newer version.
Oh yeah, there's a new one. I didn't even know there's a new one.
So. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's just like a little theory I have because I'm just curious of like, you don't want to be known as the pedophile brand, right?
Yeah.
And you already have shows. Johnny Bravo was on Cartoon Network, but I'm just going off shows I remember. Johnny Bravo, like while the show was funny, the nigga was definitely harassing women.
Yeah, OD.
Like high key, he was harassing women.
High key. But he wasn't like admirable. It was like no one's like, I want to be like him. And it was like he was a loser.
Yeah,
like he was the butt of the joke. Like, look at this loser.
Yeah, no, listen. I wholeheartedly agree. I'm just calling a spade a spade. Yeah. What other show? Obviously, Ren and Stimpy. The shit they did on there was fucking nuts. I'm not even gonna go through it. Dexter Laboratory had one moment where it's debatable that girl was a prostitute when she was in his laboratory. There was like little sexual.
Kissing him.
I think so. It was like little sexual references.
Kissing him nonstop. There was one episode of Dexter's where there was like a potion that made like women love you. And there was a lot of weirdness behind that.
Yeah, there's a lot of weirdness, and as a kid, you don't think about it, but it's kind of
different. It was a different time too. I don't like judging shows from the 90s, but with our scale of wokeness now, because it was just a different time.
No, I'm not.
But I mean, obviously, if there's abuse involved, then it's fucking.
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm not judging though. I'm just saying like it's kind of. I'm thinking like they looked back at it. It was like, no, we need to like.
There used to be a little. I kind of like the edginess of the 90s cartoons. Kind of,
cartoons are cool.
Like now, it's just all like just.
I think
it's kind of like both. It's like it's so lame.
I like the edginess of the content.
I feel like kids these days don't even like cartoons anymore. Just like, nah, I'd rather play video games and just
they watch streams all day.
Yeah, they watch streams. They don't want to. Cartoons suck.
Yeah, they do because they're boring.
I'm
not arguing the edginess of the cartoons. I'm saying when you add the context of some of their fucking shows being hella weird and pedophile niggas in the room, weirdness. You start looking at this shit differently.
Like, definitely some weirdness.
Yeah, if you're an executive and you find this fucking out, you're like, okay, like we got to go through everything just in case, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't just be like, oh, I like the edginess, fuck it. Like you got to just be on the safe side. Wipe it clean.
Yeah, but now it sucks though. Now everything's
boring. You're not a pedophile.
I mean, I'm talking about the cartoon. I'm not talking about the child acting is crazy.
I'd rather a shitty cartoon than my brand being known as a pedophilic brand. If I have to choose between the two.
I'm not saying you got to choose between the two.
No, I'm just saying. I know you're not saying that. I'm just saying, like, if I got to choose right now, wipe it clean, make it boring, we'll figure it out later.
Because now all the cartoons seem like they're just dumbed down and like...
Yeah, it's just,
like Teen Titans is a perfect example of OG Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go, where it's just like brain dead now.
Yeah, they're pretty stupid.
It went from being like basically a deep anime with like a lot of deep layers and shit to
that's most shit though.
Yeah, but
I can even make an argument that Dragon Ball's like that.
I think that's part of it. I think that's part of the like being a safe side with everything and trying to clean shit up.
I can even argue Dragon Ball's like that. Definitely can.
Dragon Ball?
Yeah, Goku's dumb as fuck now. Like dumber than normal. I'm watching Dragon Ball right like from the start.
Old Dragon Ball. Oh, okay.
No, I'm talking about Dragon Ball Super. Sorry, I should have been more clear.
Super.
Yeah, Goku's dumb as shit. Like
just like did Dragon Ball Super ever air on Nickelodeon? I don't know.
No, I was just saying in general.
Okay.
I was saying like just going beyond like Nickelodeon cartoons. Dumb? Dumber. He is dumber. Yeah. Like it's like damn nigga, like you might be on the spectrum.
he always was.
Yeah, but it's bad. Like in Dragon Ball, he was like goofy dumb. Like it was like carefree, like a nigga that grew up in the woods would be.
I think I saw you talking about how Dragon Ball was underrated on Twitter or something recently.
Yeah, it's really underrated. It's really pretty good.
So good. Dragon Ball was so good.
Yeah, and I like how
I think you could argue Dragon Ball. It wasn't better. It was Dragon Ball as a whole was better than. It was more cohesive of a story and better than a lot of parts of DBZ in general.
Yeah. But
certain sagas in DBZ had like crazy high peaks though that beat Dragon Ball. But
yeah, I think overall Dragon Ball's story is just
made more sense.
It's just fun to watch.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z is like a little bit all over the place. And it has like peaks and valleys of garbage. You know?
A little bit. I'll get back to you on that because I'm gonna watch Dragon Ball Z next. Yeah. So,
I gotta rewatch Dragon Ball. Yeah. Classic.
I'm going all the way in order. So
good.
I'll get back to you.
I did that like years back when I was younger.
I'll let you know when I check it out. But yeah, I don't really have nothing else to say about the
I was just trying to
Dan stuff like that. I think that nigga deserves the needle, man.
Yeah, he didn't get arrested with the Peck brother.
Yeah, he got arrested.
Right? Shit is fucking nuts.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about this mom real quick, or do you want to go into Fresh and Fit?
Well, we're talking about abusive parents. Why not?
Why not? Fuck it, man. Let's stay on theme. All right, so there was this article on the New York Times. I'm sorry, not the New York Times. My bad. They're too big for that. The New York Post. It says judge invokes mom's heinous crime while sentencing her for starving baby to death while she vacationed for 10 days. So there was this mom in Ohio, and she decided, yo, life is tough, my nigga.
Jesus.
Let me go on vacation, right? Let me go to Puerto Rico for 10 days and leave my newborn baby.
More than a week. It's nuts.
Yeah, let me leave my newborn baby in the crib to fend for himself. And unfortunately, the baby passed away, and this horrid fucking mother now has to live with being
10
a nasty
days.
piece of shit. I've never seen something like this outside of Drea doing that shit to her kid.
Didn't Drea leave her the kid with someone though? Kind of.
No, the kid was a little bit older. He was like 10. She just left him with some like food and whatever. That was crazy.
Yeah, she left him with like Tostinos, pizza rolls.
It was something nuts. Like she just left to be a whore. Like,
can we talk about Drea after this too? Oh my god.
Oh, with Jalen. Yeah. So my thing is, I don't really want to talk about
She got life in prison.
Life in prison, good. That's what
without
you fucking
parole,
get.
Life in prison.
That's what you get.
Yeah.
My thing, like, I don't really want to talk about the case itself, but I want to more open up a conversation of, do you feel like, I feel like, I'm trying to explain this the right way. I look at things that are happening online on social media and cases like this, and I think to myself, our generation are becoming adults, And a lot of y'all motherfuckers are not acting like adults. Y'all are acting like just grown-ass 15-year-olds. Like, you just want to live carefree with no responsibilities, no thought process on anything. Like, you have a fucking kid and you're just trying to be on some, like, party girl wave. And what I'm noticing is that because of social media, you're able to find your tribe and people will be like, oh, yeah, no, I agree.
You could find someone that you could whatever you like doing, you'll find someone that agrees with you
exactly
on social media, and you'll find that community. That's a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is like, oh, you find people with common interests, and you find a community. You find things you wouldn't normally find in your surroundings. Yeah. But the bad thing is you also find like the crazy motherfuckers that
Yep.
If you have a bad habit that you support, like doing, then you're gonna find other people that like-minded in that sense.
No, that's a fucking fact, bro.
Fucking wild.
And that's where it gets really dangerous because now you think, oh, I'm validated in what I'm thinking. I'm not fucking crazy. Let me go do some dumb shit and go to Puerto Rico and leave my kid at home by himself, a newborn baby by himself.
Can I read the quote from the judge? The judge went crazy. The judge said, "There's so much pain that I have in regards to the loss." Oh wait, fuck, shit. All right, just as you didn't let Jalen out of her confinement, so you should spend the rest of the. I can't read it all.
You want me to read it, nigga?
No, let me read it. Just as you didn't let Jalen out of her confinement, so too you should spend the rest of your life in a cell without freedom, Shahan said. The only difference will be the prison will at least give you food and give you liquid that you denied her. Some crazy. You got
that was a bar.
Yeah,
you got the fuck up. You put the ether music behind that shit. That's a fucking bar.
The judge really got it off. He was like, "Yeah, I'm really talking my shit on this one."
I mean, if I was a judge, I would too.
Yeah, they really be feeling themselves.
I would be prepared too.
Like damn.
Remember how like Russell Simmons would have like the BlackBerry,
the judge in the bathtub with the top hat on.
I would be going bonkers.
But bro, this is a scary. It's fucking wild.
We I don't know, man. I think we're just too accepting in this world now. Like everything is.
This is an exception though. This person's just nuts. The average person isn't gonna do this. Like this is just. This is clearly a psycho.
Yeah. I'm just saying in general. Like I've noticed, like when people do some fuck shit, like
she didn't even say I tried to let a neighbor know. I left them, which still would have been okay. But there's a difference between life and death. Like. You left him in a fucking playpen and just dipped. Like, I'm going to fucking Puerto Rico. Fuck it.
Just irresponsible, selfish, and childlike.
It's
telling you, we're becoming the new adults, but none of us really want to be adults, and that's fucking sad.
Yeah. Or you think it's always been like that, or no?
I don't know.
I feel like
it's possible.
I feel like I don't know.
Actually, you know what? Yes. I think it has.
It probably has always been like that.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's always been like that, but social media is now showing that it's more common than I think.
Yeah, it's scary.
Because before it would happen, I wouldn't have found out about this if someone didn't tell me, and I think they found out through social media. So without the internet, it would have just been a local Ohio thing, and that would have been the end of it. So, yeah, maybe it's social media.
Ohio.
I think it's a mix of both. Like, social media is showing it, but also these people are influenced by social media to be like, because some people were in the comments like, oh, well, why she was fucked up. A lot of y'all wouldn't get it. Like the toughness of being a mother. I can relate to that. I was like, it's that tough to abandon.
You murdered your baby.
Yeah, like I don't think it's that tough.
You ever been so tough that you decided to kill your baby?
Yeah, like that. It ain't that tough, my nigga.
That's straight murder.
There's other options. You could give the baby away.
Yeah.
Like that. That's a prime option.
You could not murder your baby.
Yeah, anything but murdering your child would have been suffice. So
people just like to defend anything,
because people are fucking stupid. Like I'm sick and tired of.
You wouldn't get it. Like shut up.
No, I don't get it.
Yeah,
like,
no. I don't think murder is ever.
I hate y'all niggas. We don't got to defend everything. It's what it is. It's people that just I don't even know what it is actually. I'm sorry, guys.
Contrarianism. I don't know.
Contrarianism, and I think people just want to act like there's so much like they're really good people, and it's like no, you're actually a piece of shit as well.
Yeah,
this self-righteousness.
You could really empathize with anyone though. So like you can empathize with the worst people on earth. It doesn't make it okay.
Brian Peck.
Yeah,
you can empathize with that fuck nigga. Like
people be like, oh, he was abused as a child too, or whatever. Like they'll say something. You know, you could always. Oh. And yeah, it's wild, but
yeah.
We'll talk about Drea. That's kind of hot. I didn't even touch your hand. My fault, OG.
I'm uncomfortable.
Kind of cute.
Yeah, you got it.
I actually didn't even remember that story. I don't know the details.
She's pregnant.
Leaving her kid.
Yeah, it's. I don't have all the details.
That was an old story.
It's super old.
I heard she left her kid with like Tostinos and shit.
Yeah, it was super negligent. Just go be a whore. Like, there's nothing else to talk about.
She's really a piece of shit though. You see her recent interview?
Yeah, that was crazy.
So she, for those of you that don't know, Drea, I don't know what she is. She's the Instagram model or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Instagram personality. She was dating an NBA player that's 19 years old, Jalen Green.
22.
At the time they were dating, wasn't he younger? Oh, she's 22 now?
Because
when they first started dating, I thought he was younger.
No, because they didn't start dating until that whole. Remember, he was humping. The video came out of him humping niggas. Yeah, that's when they started dating because everyone was making jokes like, "Oh yeah, he had to go find a girl now." Like, but yeah, so
but yeah, hella young. She's almost 40.
Mm-hmm.
Or how old is she? 40 something.
Almost 40.
Almost 40. Yeah, and yeah, she got knocked up by him.
Yeah, and
it was hella predatory. At first, everyone was like, a little strange that these two are dating because there's a huge age gap between them. Of course. Which is, it's whatever. But then...
Is it?
But then, I gave the benefit of the doubt because I'm like, you're 22 years old, whatever. I don't really care who you're dating. Like, who gives a fuck?
No, I'm just asking.
But then, she's pregnant and then she does the interview and she's talking about... in the interview, she's like, oh, I don't want to... I want a co-parent, like a
she wants a co-parent, but she doesn't want to be in a relationship.
She's like, I want a baby, but I don't want to be in a relationship.
Yeah, she had no desire to be in a relationship.
So she like made it clear specifically, like she got pregnant, not wanting to be with the father of her child.
Yeah, she also mentions how like, and I'm gonna have to paraphrase the fuck out of this, but basically she feels like her gift is to the world is childbirth. Like that's what her purpose on here is for.
That's when I'm like, because I'm not gonna call you predatory. It is predatory. But all these IG models are trying to be predatory NBA players. It's like Mariah Mills, Zion Williamson, a lot of these.
They want a ticket out.
Yeah, it's a ticket. It's a
She got the ticket. She got an NBA player that's 22,
and she cashed out and she walked away.
Yeah, so I think it's disgusting, especially because you have no intent on being in a relationship with him. You're just like, all right, but I think that's also his fault. You're an idiot.
Yeah, but he's also young. Like you're hella young coming to the league.
There's too much internet, my nigga.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I feel like niggas tell you like, hey, yo, man, like these women dead about to try to get you like caught up.
Some of them are good at it though. You know what I mean? They probably sell you a dream. Like,
oh yeah, no, her.
Imagine like you're living the fast life. You're in the NBA, and you get in these fucking demon veteran women that are just 100% trying to finesse you. They'll tell you everything in the book you want to hear. They'll damn near think you probably think y'all in love, like full on.
I agree with you, actually.
You know what I mean? Like
when you say it like that,
imagine you was 20. Imagine you at Old Westbury and like the baddest girl in your life is coming, Dre is walking up to you and spitting game in your ear.
Not nutting at her.
It's easy to say.
It's easy to say. It is. You
in practice,
right. You know what?
I'm not planning on it.
Be careful.
I'm not planning on it. But you get me at 22. Okay.
All right, you got it. I'm not.
It's gonna happen.
You're making good points, and I can't argue the points. What do you want from me?
I'm just saying.
What do you want from me?
I don't know. It's tough.
I get it, and you know what? You don't want to say. Okay, here's why I agree with you now. Because there's probably a lot of groupies, you know, that show up to every game and they wait for him outside the bus or whatever, right? She's such a veteran in this game. She's like, I'm not even going to go to the fucking game. Like, I'm just going to play it cool. One of y'all is going to come to me or like in some capacity, we're going to bump into each other and I'm going to get you. Yeah.
There's a podcast came out with Nick Young and Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah. I thought it was a live. It was an IG live.
Oh, IG Live. I don't know. It was one or the other. Anyway. Yeah. But there was Nick Young was recounting a story of him back in the day catching Gil in the back seat
in the mop
with Drea getting the mop.
Yeah. Shit was crazy.
But I mean, she's been in these NBA trenches for a minute. You know what I mean? So she's a veteran. She knows what she's doing.
It's like LeBron explaining the pick to picker pot. Like.
LeBron. First off, side note, it's very funny to see LeBron talk about something he actually knows. Because both of I'm like, yo, this is a different side of LeBron. I never see him talk about something he understands.
Not a single lie in it.
Everything is either a lie or he's completely out of his depth and doesn't know what he's talking about.
That nigga was in his bag.
That was the first time I seen LeBron talk confidently, coherently, and be correct about something. All three.
That was
never see all three.
That's my GOAT, man. That's my GOAT.
Damn, Brian.
That's really funny. And now I lost my point about Dre.
But yeah,
I thought this was funny, right? So while this was happening, someone was like, yo, like, the young hoes are complaining because like they won't get a chance because of like all the old hoes being thing. And veterans. I was like, yeah, the veterans, like the veteran hoes is killing y'all. And I was like, that's your fucking fault. The game, you thought the game changed. And meanwhile, they was like, no, the game has always been the same. Y'all just not learning from us. Y'all don't know what to do. Y'all some weird hoes that immediately, the minute you talk to a nigga, you're like, oh, what are you going to do for me? How much stuff are you paying for? You're begging for money after the first DM, my nigga. Yeah, why would they want to fuck with you? And then to make it worse, y'all are such losers. The minute y'all get a DM, y'all post it. So
that's true, yeah.
Y'all mad because y'all losing these niggas to these old hoes, but the old hoes know how to play a G. The only reason why we know about this is because they were outside. You don't hear her on the internet wilding out on him like, oh, this bitch ass nigga this bitch ass nigga that, or oh yeah, like he be fucking me good. We just now know they fucking because she's pregnant.
There's one example of there's the one IG model. There was like a clip of her, and she said she's got a DM from Josh Christie on the Lakers, who's like a bench warmer of bench warmers.
I was say who is that? Yeah.
The bench warmer. He's like the 11th. He's a young player, like rookie, second year. Oh, and he sent her a DM like yo, I want to. He never met her before, but he's like, yo, let's link up. Come to my whatever, my hotel. I'm here and here.
Okay.
He's like, oh, just pull up for an hour though. I gotta go to practice. And he never met her, and she put him on blast. She's like, he thinks I'm gonna go up to his bedroom just for an hour. You gotta take me on a date. I've never met you before. I'm not just gonna go up to your room for an hour.
Old hoes,
fumble in the bag,
dumb hoes.
Listen. You could have been offended by that, but you just mess it up with any other NBA player you want to mess with now. Yeah, you got that association.
All you have to do is be like, yo, nah, like I think we should go out. All she had to do is say that. I think we should go out. Yeah, like he's an NBA player. You cannot be that stupid to think like he's not gonna do that. He's gonna get that shit off at least 30 times a day.
That shit is scary, bro. I don't think I'd be able to dodge a kid if I was in the NBA. I don't think I'd be able to dodge it. It would be impossible.
Yeah, you're pretty.
You get me at 20 years old. I think that's the most 20-year-olds though. You got a 20-year-old boy. I feel like if the baddest girl of your dreams came up to you when you was 20 years old, you would do whatever the fuck she told you to. You know what I mean?
Nutting her.
That's cap. That's the biggest cap.
And if I do, there's going to be a plan B in her orange juice.
There you go.
Oh, man. Oh, no. Why does it taste like this?
Adam Silver got to get him in a room like, yo, wrap it up.
Like, yeah, no.
Adam Silver
a pussy. Them niggas not listening to him. Like, yo, shut up, nerd. Like, that's why he can't find a face in the NBA yet.
Put the NBA players on birth control.
Yeah.
Whatever, they can afford it. They'll be all right.
Castration. All right, that was too far. All right.
Yeah.
Fuck horrible mothers. I don't really know what to say else to that. Yeah. Do you want to talk about Fresh and Fit to wrap this up?
Or do you want to talk Fresh and Fit or the other topic you had?
What, Trump? Talking about how he's going to destroy the world.
I actually didn't see that clip.
All right. Bro, this thing is wild, son. He's doing like a rally, and he's just like, yeah, like, if I don't win this year, it's going to be worse than the last time. It's going to be a bloodbath. Again, I'm paraphrasing. But he did use the word bloodbath.
Use the word bloodbath.
Yes, I'm paraphrasing most of it, but he definitely did use the word bloodbath. And I just don't logically understand how people just allow this shit. Like,
I'll pull up the quote.
Yeah, please pull up the quote. But
people saying it was out of context. I don't know. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country, he said, if not winning in October.
Like, what is that supposed to mean? I guess I get it. You're saying it's taken out of context, but it's very clear that his base, with full context, takes things out of context. Because I don't think he told them to storm the Capitol. And what did they do? Storm the Capitol.
Trump clarified when he said bloodbath, he meant like it's a bloodbath if Biden becomes president and all the catastrophes are going to happen because of it. That's still a little
vague. That's still a little vague. Because you know how his base could take it? Yeah, we're going to cause a bloodbath.
Yeah.
They did it the last time.
Yeah, they did. So, January 6th, it was nuts.
It's like talking to a kid, bro. You can't be too literal. Like, they will take that shit as gospel. Like, if you told a fucking 6-year-old, yo, touch the oven.
But he was kind of literal. He was kind of literal, though.
I think he
during January 6th, he was kind of like,
yeah,
nah, go.
We're gonna go up there
and pull up on Mike Pence and call him a pussy.
Yeah, but they took it far and said we're gonna kill him.
Yeah, they was trying to kill him.
But I think with the word bloodbath now, they're like,
I always wonder if they caught Nancy Pelosi or like,
I think they were gonna do it.
Would they kill her?
Yeah,
I think like they were wilding. Like
they were gonna do it.
I want to say they might have.
I
don't know. I can't say 100%.
I'm 100% positive. One of them.
I feel pretty good.
I think here's how
there was just too many of them.
Yeah, I think you ever seen a movie where like they say
they're like AOC or something?
No,
they would have fucking killed. Yeah, they would have killed AOC.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, they hate her.
That's true.
AOC. Yeah, no.
But you ever seen those movies where they say like, hey, yo, they talk about it in theory, like, hey, yo, we're gonna kill these people. But everybody kind of like is like, yeah, we're not doing that. And then that one person actually does it and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's always that one person.
Like, okay, we might as well keep going, right? Like, I feel like everybody was kind of on that timing, like we're gonna do it, but not really.
It's just such chaos. No one's listening to. It's like you can't. Yeah, it's
because like, and I think one of them really would have done it because even like in the heat of the moment, there was a clip where they were reading like who was agreeing or because they were voting on doing a recount or something like that, and they were like, oh, this Republican voted no to recount, and then someone was like, no, you didn't. Like he's like, oh shit, my bad. Like I read it wrong. Like, but they were so hot, like they were ready to attack him. Like, so yeah, no, I wholeheartedly believe if they had gotten the opportunity, they definitely would have attempted to, like, or at least held one of them hostage.
Yeah, I think so. Nice.
And then accidentally did.
You think Trump's gonna win?
Probably.
I think no. I don't think he's gonna win.
I don't really know. I don't have a logical reason why I think he would win. I don't know. I will tell you this though.
The economy's doing good.
Yeah. If he does win, I am gonna start investing in some of them stocks. There's gonna be some real fuckery.
Think some opportunities, you think? Yeah. I don't think anything will top COVID, but we'll see.
He might figure it out.
He might figure it out.
I'm gonna start looking around election time and see what stocks he's talking about and see where they're at. And then kind of like make what that play. Sinks.
Yeah.
Because they be doing that bullshit like Nancy Pelosi and them. I'm trying to change my life, my nigga. I'm exhausted. Like I gotta go to work one more time with gas.
I'm with you.
Yeah, man. I might have IBS too. All right. Do we want to talk about anything else or?
Do you want to? Should we? I don't care. I'll talk about anything.
I'm exhausted. So, and it's hard to make a joke when you just talked about a pedophile for like 30 minutes.
You can make hella jokes.
About what?
Pedophilia.
I don't want to do that. You're on your own. Yeah, you're definitely on your own.
Do I want to talk about the Fresh and Fit? If I can do it briefly.
Sure.
I'll do it quick. All right. Yeah. So Fresh and Fit and Ethan from H3H3 had a podcast going, which is some interesting content because they're both very different worlds. But they've been always like beefing and sub beefing. And I'm mostly, I usually like Ethan. I'm usually on his side on most things, especially when it comes to Fresh and Fit because they have the worst takes on a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But I was watching this back and forth, and it was brutal for both of them at some points. But Ethan, for one, he brought up the allegations of them like sexually abusing that one girl.
I heard about that, yeah.
But like it was pretty obvious that they didn't do anything wrong there. I don't know. Going through all the details, it seems like the girl was 100% consenting. She took an Uber to Myron's apartment. And
I gotta stop you there real quick.
Yeah.
While I don't like Fresh and Fit, what I don't like is putting allegations on somebody to like for their demise. Like, if I want their demise, I want it to be on some true shit.
Yeah, like you make it worse for you make it everything else they say okay now. Almost makes it okay now that you're making these allegations.
I agree.
He even took it a step farther. He got the girl herself. This is like last year.
Oh yeah,
he got the girl herself on the podcast, and he was like, he was like, oh, it sounds like he sexually assaulted you, and she was like, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah,
even though she was like, you're wildin'.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
that
where like Myron broke it down. Like, listen, she even corroborated this part of the story. They were making out on his bed, and he was like, "Oh, go get some mouthwash. Your breath smells crazy because they got food before this." She went and got mouthwash and did it before. That's like a good some piece of evidence that if she confirmed that, then those seems like
I wonder why he went to those lengths to do that too. That's weird.
He kind of took that too far.
Yeah.
Anyway, he got them though. On the other hand, with confirming, what was it?
Their relationship status.
Right? I think that attack was kind of weak too, though.
Okay.
Because basically he was saying you guys are in loving relationships and you guys are monogamous, but it's like they're not monogamous.
Yeah, Myron definitely talks about having like a polygamous relationship, and it's open on his side, closed on her side. It's like he preaches all along. I think if anything, it's the other one that's a fraud, but whatever.
Yeah, Fresh, yeah. But what Ethan did get them on was the Andrew Tate shit, because there was pressing them on Andrew Tate, and there was like, listen, if hypothetically, if everything Andrew Tate did was wrong, would you still support him? It was like, well, they couldn't answer the question. They're like, well, no, they would never do that. I know them personally. They would never do that. But he's like, hypothetically, if they were accused of, if they were properly convicted of rape, would you still say they're cool or just support them?
Yeah.
And they couldn't answer the question. They're like, they would never do that. I just know. Like, they couldn't answer. Like, it was just awful. Like, I don't know.
That shows an interesting thing how like some men will go to such lengths to like protect their bros.
Yeah.
When you don't have to do that. It's like, it's okay to condemn your
like,
friend.
damn, even my friends wouldn't be that close. That's like you got some ride or dies.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Because I can think of lesser things where I would stop fucking with you.
Yeah, facts. If I was convicted of rape, I hope you don't fuck with me. Like, damn, that's insane.
Yeah, you're still talking about rape. I'm talking about like you drop a grape on the floor, I might stop fucking. I'm fucking with you. Nah, I'm joking. But nah, yeah, like that's a very extreme thing. And if I'm being transparent with you, even if it was an accusation, I might still stop fucking with you. I would be like, what the fuck, nigga?
Yeah.
Like, I would ask you a question like, all right, what happened?
Ethan made a bunch of attacks like that just fell flat. He made one. He was trying to press them about like Holocaust denial. And it's like, they're fresh and fit. Do you think they really have strong opinions on the Holocaust? Because they had like Nick Fuentes on.
Oh, okay.
And they were talking about a lot about, they mentioned a podcast they watch. They do dabble, fresh and fit dabble in a lot of like Jewish conspiracies and shit.
Yeah.
But it's not like that's a part of their content for real. And it's not like any of their fans give a fuck. Like, oh, they really, like, Ethan's pressing them like, oh, how many people died in the Holocaust? Like why are you, out of all people to ask, why you don't press fresh and fit over being anti-Semitic. I don't know. It's just
it's weird.
It's just like a weird attack.
Do you think he's trying to like grift into like a different like niche and demographic?
Fresh and fit?
No, Ethan Klien. Because I know he had a bad rep for a while last year.
He's been doing this a little bit though. He's always been like commentating on other YouTubers and interesting things like, I don't know.
Okay, I thought it was like a layup because like everybody doesn't like fresh and fit, so if you kind of like dunk on him, it's a good way to.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get good content out of it. He did have some good attacks on them, and he made them look bad at points, but he also looked kind of bad at a lot of points too.
Debating is hard. I didn't.
Yeah, especially when you're debating people about like their ethics, and you're saying like you guys are rapists and you guys are this and that. I don't know,
yeah, that's a tricky one.
But I feel like if you're gonna do that, you better have like good evidence.
Yeah, putting that on someone's jacket is crazy. I mean, he got them with, like you said, the Andrew Tate thing.
Yeah, they looked crazy during the Andrew Tate thing.
And I wonder why they wouldn't just go as far to be like, yo, no, yeah, like if he really got convicted of this stuff and it was true, then we wouldn't fuck with him.
From what I heard, Myron is like one of the most loyal people you ever meet, like to his friends, not to his women. Very loyal to his boys, but never women.
Why?
And like he won't ever throw like anyone in the bus. And
I want to know what that feels like.
That.
Sometimes I feel like, well, I have like guy friends, like I don't have that level of friendship with niggas.
Ride or die for your bros.
Yeah, I don't feel like that way about you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like I fuck with you, bro. Like, and I'll make it clear, like I think you're like an extended family to me, but.
So if we're out in public and someone like slaps the back of my head, you're not gonna defend me?
Oh no, yeah, but that's because I just want to punch a nigga in the head. Yeah, I would definitely would. That's fucking crazy. Like that's really crazy, actually. Like niggas smacking your skull.
I just want to see how loyal.
Nah, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Right,
well, how big is the nigga though?
Big.
Like Mike Tyson in his prime.
Yeah.
Are you gonna help?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you gonna watch me do it.
Like, yo, you're not gonna defend me? What if I get knocked out?
Oh. Oh.
If it's Mike Tyson in his prime, I'm not defending you either.
Oh. You get knocked out, my nigga. I'm gonna be like, damn. Down goes Lenny.
Damn, that's crazy. Damn, bro.
Damn.
I don't think I'd be a friend anymore. I think we'd be done.
Nah, if you got knocked out, I'll still fuck with you.
No, I'm saying if you see me get knocked out, you did nothing.
Well, like, what do you want me to do? Like
something.
Call cops?
Yeah, I don't know. If you were if you were there, yeah. But if you were like laughing, like damn.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's crazy.
Yo.
All right, but what if you like felt really funny though? Like,
I mean, I'd be knocked out. I wouldn't be able to know.
Yeah, I would probably laugh a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, in the heat of the moment, I wouldn't laugh, but like behind closed doors, I would be like, "Yo, bro, like the way you felt was crazy."
Like my situation with like Eric, like where I helped him in a fight.
Hit you up like that.
Yeah, it was. Just, I was laughing about it after. It was funny after, but like in the moment, it was serious.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I don't think I would genuinely laugh.
I'm just trying to think of like how loyal.
Be awkward. Like,
imagine being that loyal. I don't know.
What?
If I get convicted of like something crazy, sex trafficking.
Is that commendable? Is that honorable?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But now, no.
It's like you're a puppy.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's like a puppy. Like you're just there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pretty cute.
Anyway, that's all I got on that. But.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Yo, we will be back to a consistent schedule. Sorry about the past couple weeks. As always, like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment.
Yes, sir.
Bye.